My name's Tyler Arnold. I'm the owner, operator, founding member of Jedi Alliance. It really stems from my love of film, love of characters. I view myself as kind of like Indiana Jones. You know, you're kind of out there, raiders of the lost arcade, trying to find what did people forget about that I think they would like to see again. I was born in 1978, year after Star Wars came out, kind of born into a Star Wars world. Born perfectly at the time to be repeat viewing of pop culture media. I was collecting arcades and pinballs and toys and posters and all this stuff, and the mid to late 2000s, you start watching video rental stores are going out of business. They announced Hastings is gonna close. As time progressed, I thought, well, if we can find a building and a space to do it in, why not start something? In 2015, I found a building that had been used as a church since the 1950s. City zoning changed. It was really the only affordable space that was big enough. I already knew about the Jedi movement, Jediism growing since the early 2000s. Really, when you come here, all we expect is that you're nice to everybody in the building. We get along and we have a good time together. There's a common bond through the love of pop culture, and it transcends everybody, transcends generations. A lot takes place behind the scenes. The history of these arcades and pinball is vendors think that these games are going to last a year, maybe 2 years. They'll make their money on them and then they throw them away. So that's been a big challenge, is things that were made to be consumed and then gotten rid of, trying to keep them running and keep them functioning, keep them entertaining people. You know, when I was a little kid in the 80s, I collected it, but it was from a different point of view. I wasn't collecting it as thinking of them as collectibles. I was collecting them because I wanted a variety of toys. And then as a teenager, in about 1994 is when I actually started collecting. The key in the collector's world is you have to be 10 years ahead of the trend. So you can get it when nobody else wants it, and then hope one day people want, and then that drives the value. But you don't want to be buying it when the value's already there. So you have to kind of be ahead of the trend. Eventually, one day my goal is to own something from one of the first 3 Star Wars films, but it's going to take me a minute to get there. So what's next for Jedi Alliance is we're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to move 10 years into the future of games. We're going to start adding some new displays to the museum. I have a huge Lego collection from the last 20 years, really trying to start catering to the generation that's in front of my generation. I feel it's important for our survival, because if we don't start showcasing some things that I don't necessarily love in the same way that I do the stuff I grew up with, I see how other people want to see that. That's the next evolution for us. Our motto at Jedi Alliance was taken from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and it's be excellent to each other. That's really the main message we're trying to get out to people, is if all of us were just a little better, the world would be that much of a better place.